a treatment or prescriptions have been ordered for you that are listed as off-label. What does it mean? Welcome, I am your medical bill whisperer, a previous billing manager turned patient advocate. I am committed to bringing answers, insights, and solutions to patients like you. So what does off-label mean clinically and financially? Why should you care, and what can you do about it? Well, let's start first with what is on-label. Per the FDA, the agency that regulates drugs, it is the process of approval for a drug manufacturer to bring their product to market. Once approved, the FDA issues a label. That label will show the specific disease or condition that the drug has been approved to treat. It explains how to use it, dosage, frequency, way to administer it. Also, it gives information about risks or potential side effects, as well as information for doctors to discuss with their patients before they take that drug. So in a word, what is off-label means it's not on the label. For example, the drug has not been approved for use at all, or not for your diagnosis, condition, or clinical purpose that your doctor is prescribing. Or it could be that two or more on-label drugs have been added to each other to create an off-label protocol. Let's use an example. Ozempic has been in the news a lot lately. It's been approved by the FDA, but to treat patients with an established diabetes type 2 for improved glucose control and or reduction of cardiovascular events. That is what is on the label. But off-label use has exploded for use for general weight loss and potentially to treat food or other addictions. So if you do not have diabetes type 2, but use Ozempic for weight loss, for example, it is off-label. Or if you are under 18 or have diabetes type 1 and use Ozempic, it is off-label. Off-label often determined to be experimental, investigational, or unproven by insurance companies. But why would your doctor order an off-label drug or treatment? Well, oftentimes there may not be any other or left treatment to treat your condition. This often happens, unfortunately, with cancer stage 4 patients when all other conventional protocols have failed. Or maybe you have a rare disease with no treatment at all. Rare or newer diseases do not get the public attention, funding, trials, or even will to promote the costly development for new treatments, especially when potentially the population that would benefit is so small that financial gains would be limited. So using drugs currently on the market off-label for just a few patients could be deemed safe and effective and maybe the only option. Of course, when studies and trials have been undertaken, but the FDA has not had a chance to give a positive decision, that leaves that drug off-label. And if the prescribing physician is the leading pioneer in his field or her field, establishing a case for a trial and therefore standard of care often leads that drug or protocol to be kept under the off-label status. Now, from an insurance point of view, insurance companies will deny anything experimental, investigational, or unproven, but they can be compelled to cover off-label prescriptions or treatments under certain circumstances. One way would be for you to participate in a trial. If you are enrolled in one, the coverage for an off-label drug would be covered by the sponsor. Your insurance would cover other separate procedures such as testing or doctor's visits. Another way, and possibly the best way to get your insurance to cover an off-label treatment or prescription, is for the physician to request a special authorization. Based on medical necessity and potential benefits, but also on your history of trial but failed over previous conventional treatments, finding of studies, trials, or research should be added, as well as the inclusion of protocols or use referenced in one of the compendia. Documentation from medical peer-reviewed articles or from government health agencies will help support the case. And yes, some states even have laws overriding insurance medical policies and FDA approvals and forcing payment under certain conditions of treatments that are off-label. Your ordering physician must be ready to discuss the rationale for ordering the prescription or treatment and provide medical justification as evidence in order to receive that exception authorization. But first of all, at the time your doctor advises or prescribes an off-label treatment or prescription, ask questions. Are there any other approved drugs or therapies to treat your disease at this stage? What is the scientific data supporting the off-label use? What are the odds of it working better than other potential conventional approved alternatives? Any odd at all of it working? What are potential side effects or risks to your health? Are there any trials you could be enrolled in? Does the manufacturer offer a drug donation or financial assistance program should the insurance deny? And what would your cost be if your insurance did not cover? In conclusion, off-label can be a bit complicated, but many instances may be more mundane. Merely insurance companies' efforts at directing you to use cheaper generic version of a drug or receive conventional rather than brand new treatment protocols. Your physician must be able to build a case explaining and supporting any off-label use and should be encouraged to place efforts into obtaining insurance coverage through a special authorization rather than placing the financial burden solely on you and your family's shoulders. I so thank you for watching. Your likes, comments, and subscribes help me grow this channel to reach out to more patients out there. So thank you.